document entitled Canada Magnitsky Act Submission. Can you explain who authored this and what is your role in this document and what is it meant to demonstrate?
Well, Magnitsky legislation, Magnitsky was a lawyer in in Russia who was acting for a British businessman, William Browder, and Serge Magnitsky, and Browder had some assets in Russia that the Russian government officials wanted to seize, and Magnitsky was representing him, and Magnitsky was arrested, beaten, tortured, and killed in prison in Russia. And Browder, to his credit, didn't just walk away from this, but became a campaigner, an advocate to try to provide a remedy. And he started advocating legislation to get at the perpetrators. And there has been legislation which is called Magnitsky Act legislation, which has now been adopted in 6 countries, in UK, US, Canada, Latvia, Estonia, and Lithuania. And what the legislation does is it provides for public listing of international human rights violators. And the listing allows for their prosecution, it allows for their entry bans, and it allows for the seizing of their assets. And in Canada, most of the countries that have enacted it have enacted the list of names that Browder provided of the people who were involved in the murder of Magnitsky, but they've also expanded it to other countries as well. And in Canada, they listed Venezuelans, Sudanese, and so what some researchers in Canada have done is prepared what's called a Magnitsky brief to advocate the listing of some Chinese officials that have been involved in the persecution of Falun Gong and organ transplant abuse. And that's what that particular reference is. It's to that brief that's been prepared for Canada to propose the listing of some names under that legislation as international human rights violators who should be banned, who should be prosecuted, and whose assets should be seized.
And this document covers Wang Jifu?
Yes, there's a number of people listed there. Wang Jifu is one of them. Many of them are people who are involved generally in the apparatus for the repression of Falun Gong. But there's a few of them that are specifically involved in organ transplant abuse. Wang Jifu, Zhu Zhishen, Wang Lijian, who have been involved in organ transplant abuse.